Just launched a missile, the U.S. military on alert. This after President Trump warned a major conflict with North Korea could be coming. Our Martha Raddatz standing by. Also developing tonight, the president's stunning admission on the eve of his 100 days, saying he thought the job would be easier. That, quote, "This is more work than in my previous life," and vowing not to give up on the wall with Mexico. Also breaking, fugitive manhunt. The dangerous prisoner escaping on the way to the hospital, overpowering a guard. The all-out search to track him down. Time to sell? The hottest housing market in 10 years. Prices soaring. Is your neighborhood booming? And Nightmare in Paradise. Thousands stranded at an island music festival promising a luxury getaway. The reality? Cheese sandwiches and tents. Tonight, the scramble to get off the island.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening on this Friday. I'm Tom Yamas. David Muir is on assignment tonight, and we begin with that breaking news from North Korea. A U.S. official confirming that North Korea has test-fired a missile. The missile launched moments ago, traveling east toward the Sea of Japan. It appears to have been a new type of mobile-launched missile, but the test appears to have failed. President Trump just now back at the White House after an event in Georgia and has been briefed on the missile test. ABC Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz with the details still coming in.
Despite warnings, threats, and the display of American might, North Korea's leader is not backing down. The missile was fired from an airfield in central North Korea, a mobile-launched missile believed to be a new type of a single-stage short to medium-range missile, a KN-17. It broke up after just minutes in flight. This is the third time the North Koreans have tested the missile, the last time April 15th. It exploded shortly after launch. The launch comes just a day after President Trump warned that a failure of diplomacy could mean war.
There's a chance that we could end up having a major conflict with North Korea. Absolutely.
The U.S. Carl Vinson making its way to the Korean peninsula as this high-stakes standoff continues. At the UN today, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson urging the Security Council to take action as soon as possible.
In light of the growing threat, the time has come for all of us to put new pressure on North Korea to abandon its dangerous path. I urge this council to act before North Korea does.
But Kim Jong-un acted far faster than the Security Council, within hours launching that missile. President Trump was asked before the launch whether he considered Kim Jong-un to be rational. He said he hoped he was, and then noted that Kim had taken over his country at an early age. He's 27 years old. His father dies, took over a regime. So say what you want, but that is not easy, especially at that age. Tonight, President Trump had no comment about the missile launch.
And Martha Raddatz joins us live now. And Martha, this test launch comes after Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said the U.S. would be open to direct talks with North Korea.
He did signal that, Tom, but then came the missile launch. And even though it was a failure and not a long-range missile, they still learned from these launches. And of course, they could test a nuke at any time as well. But the big message today is, for now, Kim is not letting President Trump's threats stop him, Tom.
And the world is watching. All right, Martha Raddatz with the late-breaking developments. Martha, thank you. And President Trump admitting in a new interview that North Korea has been his biggest global challenge, but making another stunning admission that being president has been harder than he thought. Today at the National Rifle Association, he promised the cheering crowd he will come through for them and build that wall with Mexico. For more now on the president and his promises in his first 100 days, here's ABC's senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega.
On the eve of his 100th day, President Trump going where no sitting president has gone since Ronald Reagan, the annual gathering of the NRA.
As your president, I will never, ever infringe on the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Never, ever.
But even as he nears that milestone, the president is still looking back on his election victory.
Big sports fans said that was the single most exciting event they've ever seen. That includes Super Bowls and World Series and boxing matches. That was an exciting evening for all of us. and it meant a lot.
And he is sounding wistful for the life he left behind.
I loved my previous life. I had so many things going. I actually, this is more work than in my previous life. I thought it would be easier. I thought it was more of I'm a details-oriented person, I think you would say that. But I do miss my old life. I like to work, so that's not a problem. But this is actually more work.
President Trump insists 100 days isn't a fair marker by which to judge him.
It's a false standard, 100 days, but I have to tell you, I don't think anybody has done what we've been able to do in 100 days, so we're very happy.
I, Neil M. Gorsuch.
At the top of his list of accomplishments, the appointment of Justice Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court.
And I got it done in the first 100 days. That's even nice. You think that's easy?
The president has signed more than 24 bills into law, but no major legislation. His pledge to repeal and replace Obamacare stalled in Congress. And the man who called President Obama's use of executive orders major power grabs of authority signed 30 himself, more than any modern-era president in their first 100 days. But his signature campaign promise, that border wall, is still in limbo. Today, President Trump promising it will happen.
So why do you need a wall? We need a wall. We'll build the wall. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. That's an easy one.
His loyal supporters are standing behind him.
All the promises you heard on the campaign trail, does he seem to be delivering for you?
I think he's focusing on them. Delivery is going to take a little bit longer.
And you're willing to give him that time?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
His base still clearly behind him. And Cecilia, tonight word that Congress and President Trump have worked out a quick fix to prevent the government from shutting down tomorrow on the president's 100th day. But there's still a lot of work to be done.
There is, Tom. That means that the vote today gives them just a 1-week extension to keep the government running. It means they will be back in this fight again next week, and it all but guarantees that President Trump hits that 100 days without a major legislative victory, Tom.
Cecilia Vega for us tonight. Cecilia, thank you. Disturbing news from the war on ISIS. The Pentagon investigating whether 2 elite Army Rangers who died in Afghanistan may have been killed by friendly fire. Sergeant Joshua Rogers and Sergeant Cameron Thomas died during a nighttime raid on ISIS forces. It happened near the spot where the U.S. dropped that massive bomb on ISIS caves 2 weeks ago. The Pentagon now looking into whether fire from U.S. or Afghan forces could have taken those soldiers' lives. Next tonight, police in Maryland asking for the public's help to find an escaped convict accused of attempting to kill police officers. Here he is, David Watson. He overpowered one of his guards today while being taken to a hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas on the search tonight.
Tonight, the intense manhunt underway. Heavily armed officers racing to find a fugitive on the run in suburban Maryland.
Several units responding for the escapee. They're chasing him around the parking lot.
David Watson, 28, serving a 100-year-plus sentence for firing into a police officer's home. This morning, overpowering a guard, transporting him to a psychiatric hospital.
Tower 3-2, make sure units are aware of what his charges are.
Assault and attempted murder. Please caution.
He has faced charges for attempted murder of police officers in 2 states, and it's important that we bring him back into custody.
Watson hasn't been seen since he disappeared into the woods wearing unmarked white clothes. Police dogs desperately searching for a scent. And while authorities don't believe he's armed, they do consider him extremely dangerous.
He is a violent offender, and we want people to call us if they see him.
Tom, you can hear the helicopters overhead right now. When Watson was sentenced to 106 years in prison, the judge said he intended for him to die in jail. Tom?
Pierre Thomas tracking that manhunt tonight. All right, Pierre, thank you. Let's turn now to a major economic headline, a disappointing new report during the first quarter of the year. The economy grew by just 0.7%, the weakest performance in 3 years, and that's down from 2.1% last quarter. Economists say the best of the year looks to be better, with one especially bright spot: housing. ABC's chief business correspondent Rebecca Jarvis on whether this is a good time for you to buy or sell.
Tonight, the housing market booming. With 6.6% fewer homes on the market than this time last year, prices are soaring. And in cities like Los Angeles, that means bidding wars. Gabby Foreman just landed a home after months of searching.
You walk into a place you really like it, and you can hear people starting to make offers already, and you know that they're just going to beat you out.
Buyers like Gabby eager to pounce before those low mortgage rates creep higher. And those homes are going fast. The average property sold in just 34 days. Sellers benefiting from the strongest market in 10 years, pocketing an average 24% more than what they paid for their homes. Even bigger profits in some markets, from Florida to Boston, Denver to San Jose.
The market is red hot.
Tom, our experts recommend that buyers be prepared with their best offer right off the bat. Starting out with a lowball offer is unlikely to win in this market. Tom?
Rebecca Jarvis with those smart tips tonight. All right, Rebecca, thank you. Healthcare, of course, a huge expense for families. And as the president's 100th day arrives, Congress is still trying to repeal and replace Obamacare. House Republicans gaining some conservative support this week. Still unclear whether they have the votes to pass it next week. Caught in the middle, millions of Americans who rely on Obamacare, many of them who voted for President Trump. ABC's David Wright visiting one Kentucky town that went big for the president.
Deep in the heart of coal country, folks are watching the healthcare battle with interest. Right now we're driving through eastern Kentucky, the Smoky Mountains. And what's interesting about this area is that 80% of the people here voted for Trump. But surprisingly, this is an area that's boomed under Obamacare. Dr. Van Breeding sees patients every day who are struggling and count on Obamacare.
Has this been a stressful 100 days for you?
It was because, we had to try to figure out what we were going to do if it did get repealed.
Mike Taylor drove a coal truck until 2015. When he was diagnosed with black lung disease, he voted for Trump, but depends on Obamacare.
Hey, if it wasn't for the health care, I couldn't.
You couldn't what?
Well, you choose between eating and surviving, roof over your head.
His wife, Robin Taylor, has been through the ringer, too.
Well, let me tell you something. They need to come and live a day in my house with him. When he walks through the house and he can't breathe, that his lips is turning purple and his face is turning black because he can't breathe.
The Taylors give President Obama full credit for providing them with health coverage, but they're still 100% behind Trump, hoping he'll bring back jobs and stand up for America.
An empire ain't built overnight.
Does any part of you think I shouldn't have voted for this guy?
No, I'd vote for him again.
We tagged along as the Taylors went to fill their prescriptions.
How much would this medicine run you? If you
Almost $6,000.
$6,000 just for the medicine?
Yeah.
But that's not what the receipt says, thanks to Obamacare. David Wright, ABC News, Whitesburg, Kentucky.
Next tonight, Pope Francis is in Egypt defying the security risk after suicide bombings at Christian churches. The pontiff there to meet with political leaders, but also with leaders of the Muslim faith. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran in Cairo tonight.
Pope Francis arriving in Cairo on a perilous mission to a troubled land. Security is very tight. Tens of thousands of armed personnel, tanks at the Pope's events, and Francis's own personal security detail. Authorities are taking no chances because the threat here is very real. Just 3 weeks ago, Palm Sunday, 2 horrific bombings at Christian churches killed dozens, and ISIS claimed credit. One of a series of attacks, including this bombing last December at a chapel near the main Christian cathedral, where today Pope Francis prayed for the victims. And at an interfaith peace conference, Francis asked all religious leaders to fight extremism. No act of violence can be perpetrated in the name of God, he said. For Christians here, this trip means so much.
He's not afraid. He is a man of peace, and he's willing to die for it. That's very courageous.
Tomorrow, Pope Francis will celebrate Mass at an open-air stadium run by the military. Tom?
A very brave move. All right, Terry, thanks so much. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The terror raids, police moving in, officers opening fire. Several suspects under arrest. The second alleged terror plot stopped in just 24 hours. Plus, the stick-up caught on camera. The employee keeping his cool with a gun pointed right in his face. News tonight about the suspect. And the nightmare in paradise. Thousands of guests promise a luxury music festival getaway. left stranded instead. Tonight, the scramble to get home.
Needles. Essential for him, but maybe not for people with rheumatoid arthritis, because there are options, like an injection. Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz XR can reduce pain, swelling, and joint damage, even without methotrexate. Xeljanz XR can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz XR if you have an infection. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz XR and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you are in a region where fungal infections are common and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Needles. Fine for some, but for you, one